And isn't
Peace, 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 peace. Y'all do me a favor, man. Like it up, share it, and drop the nines to let me know that my audio is great, man. You feel me? We most definitely finna turn up with this live. Y'all can tell by the title. We finna get deep with this live, man. Okay? But I most definitely need y'all to like this up, share it, and drop those nines and let me know my audio is good. And I will say this, man. I cannot confirm or deny anything that's about to get ready to be said in this video. But as always, I will ask you guys to use discernment when dealing with the situation, man. Okay? And so I'm going to allow everybody to get in here, man. Cosmic Intelligence, man. Peace to you too, family. Welcome, Cosmic family. John Franklin, man. Much love to you too, brother. Well, God. Sweetie Pat, thanks for the nines. Where they at? Where they at, man? Told y'all, Facebook be slow on trying to send these notifications out. Also, you know I'm fighting with the algorithm, man. So make sure you share it, man. It's free to share. It's free. You don't have to even send no money or pay nothing to share, man. You feel me? Y'all make sure y'all share it and hit that like button. And if you're on YouTube watching this, man, and it's your first time, please don't forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit that post notification bell, man, and select all. That way you notified every time I go live, man, because these are the ones that you don't want to miss, man. And that's a big fact. But I'm going to give y'all some time to get them lights up and stuff. Where everybody at, man? Where's y'all at tonight, man? Y'all tripping. Or is it Facebook? Y'all pound that like button, man. Pound that like button for me. Or is it Facebook as usual, man? Cosmic Intelligence say peace to the University of Cosmic Intelligence. Sirius Starbeam say grand rising to you too. Jennifer Phillips say love watching and listening. Great vibes. Thanks, Jennifer. Okay, I guess they ain't gonna send nobody else in. So with that being said, man, I want to start this out with the right spiritual energy. I want to say peace to the gods and goddesses, peace to the ancestors, and peace to all the high vibrational beings on the planet. Today, I'm sending you nothing but love and light, man. Y'all already know what it is.
Yeah, I'm about to expose every lie they done told, like how they trafficking kids and why they ain't got a soul. They feeding off our energy, trying to destroy the globe. They got weather control, they even making it snow. But we can't run from it, gotta grab it by the antler.
understand what
All right, y'all, man. We finna most definitely get into enlightening video, man. And it's going to be dealing with the Vatican, man. But as I said in the beginning, man, I cannot confirm or deny anything that's about to get ready to be said. But I do, as always, ask y'all to use your discernment, okay? We have to understand that majority of the times, man, that when we seeing things play out in front of us, there is a chain of commandment, okay? And I do feel like the things that he's finna get ready to explain in this video, man, is most definitely going to break that down a little bit more. So without further ado, man, we're just going to go ahead and jump into it.
we're about to talk about this evening isn't nothing light. That's why I didn't make it a public lecture. It's just on the website because the Vatican is a very tense topic, and a lot of us don't really understand what the Vatican is. All right. We know the Vatican is. We know Vatican City. So let's see where they say Vatican City is located. Let's see where Google tells you that Vatican City is located. Where is Vatican?
Thanks for the stars, sweetie pass.
Right. So Vatican City is located in Rome. All right, that's what they're telling you. And what I want you to know is that Rome is in where? Europe. Okay. So a lot of people believe that the United States of America is the most powerful country. They believe that the USA runs the world. Okay. That could be no further from the truth. All right. Some of the most powerful people on this planet are located right there in Vatican City, right there in Great Britain. You're talking about, Prince Andrew and all your royals, Queen Elizabeth, all these big names. All right. We talk about the bankers that own the Federal Reserve, Then you talking about the Pope and different cardinals and people that's working in the Vatican and in Vatican City. And these are the beings that's running the planet, because the Vatican is in direct communication with the reptilian race. So you got to understand it's a huge pyramid. Okay, so at the bottom of that pyramid is the masses. Okay, not we, but they want the masses. The masses represent the sheep. The masses represents the herd. Okay, that's at the bottom of the pyramid. A lot of us know that, but then right above that pyramid you have I'll say about 4 different subdivisions of control. And that's the judicial system, the educational system, the economic system, and the social engineering of our society and our planet. All right, so that's right above the masses. They use those 4 things to keep everybody in control. This is why you can't respect the police. All right, this is why it's fuck the police, fuck the CIA, fuck the FBI, because when you understand the chain, you understand that without them, they can't enforce nothing. The ones up top don't enforce nothing. They use law enforcement, all right, to enforce all their negative agendas. Okay, so they the bully. All right, now, above law enforcement, you got branches like the military and you have other how can I word this? You got the military, but then you have other forms of paramilitary. Like these are subgroups, subdivisions that you never hear about, that they are not known. Like for example, mercenary groups. A lot of people that get killed, they get killed by mercenary groups. A lot of the gang violence is did by mercenary groups. So what are mercenary groups? These are part of paramilitary. You don't even know these people exist, but you got these people that's elite soldiers, or and they walk around regular civilians dressed in regular clothes, and they get paid to go around and keep murders going. So a lot of the paramilitary activity that's
and I keep telling y'all, a lot of what he's talking about when we talk about these mercenary groups, they happen in the cities like Chicago, like the larger cities, right? The one where they want y'all to believe that it's a lot of gang activity going on and a lot of ops are taking down ops, bro. Half the time when they come through and you talk about somebody that got a clean shot, we talking about headshot, bro, that wasn't the average person that was on the streets. You think they going to the gun range on the daily? You see what I'm saying? That was actually them. And I want y'all to understand that that's also tied into organ harvesting as well. I had one of the guys, man, do a video about that, man, how, one of his, a friend of his son had ended up getting shot. You see what I'm saying? And end up transitioning. But, he was young. And he went to the hospital when they came out like, man, he's brain dead, do you want to donate his organs? Because, that's what it was all about, y'all. It's about getting the organs. I keep telling y'all that. We already learned that brain dead ain't no real theory to begin with. I mean, it's a false terminology that they made up to do an illegal situation. So
is done in neighborhoods. All right, so a lot of times what they'll do is they like to keep gang wars going, or they kill a lot of people within the Black and Latino community. And as a way of enforcing fear amongst us and more division. So, for example, let's use some Crips and Bloods, okay? An example of a paramilitary operation would be, let's say the Crips and the Bloods stop beefing. Okay, well, they'll send in a paramilitary operation like a mercenary group, and their job will be to dress up as Bloods, and then they'll go ride to the Crip neighborhood and shoot the Crip neighborhood up. Okay, so now the Crips not gonna think the police did that or some paramilitary group. All they know is they seen a bunch of Blood people dressed up in Blood affiliate insignia, and they came through and shot Lil Tim Tim, and now he died. So now that somebody's died in the Crip neighborhood, now the Crips gonna go back and retaliate on the Bloods. Now the Bloods gonna be looking like, why they just come shoot us up? They shot us up for no reason. So now the Bloods gonna go retaliate on the Crips, and they go war. You got certain gang wars that's been, the gangs has been warring, the organizations that have been warring since the 60s and the 70s because paramilitary groups, mercenary groups infiltrated and did this. They don't just do it to like the gangs. They'll go around and they use a lot of them to do the kidnapping and the sex trafficking. They use a lot of them just to keep violence in general. Like, just like the police have a quota to meet, these paramilitary groups have a quota to meet. So this is how the media is able to feed certain numbers of violence to you and say, hey, this is a violent city. It's a lot of robberies, it's a lot of rapes, it's a lot of muggings going on. They literally have operations intact to keep this system going. All right, and this system that they keep going feeds us fear. So those paramilitary groups are even more higher up on the chain than the military. All right, so now above the paramilitary groups, you have all your presidents. Okay, you have all your presidents all around the world from all these different countries. Okay, now above those, you have your secret orders of your Freemasons, your Black nobility, your Knights Templar, your Eastern Stars. All right, you got those. All right, this is why so many cops and people that's judges are in power are Freemasons and they're part of secret societies. Like we always say, the Illuminati.
And see, this is why I keep telling y'all when we talk about what's happening inside of the community and all of these type of like these chemicals that's being found inside of these stores, inside of the food. I keep telling y'all it's a hierarchy, right, that takes place. They get the order from higher up. It dwindles on down into each and every community, and they tell them, like, yeah, this is what's going to happen. We want X amount of people to come up sick over there, and we want X amount of people to come up sick over there. Okay? So what we finna do is we finna empty out all the food, and the next set that's going to come in is going to be, you feel me? And it's all allegedly, y'all. Use discernment.
Illuminati literally means enlightened one. So the original Illuminati was us, our ancestors who was hiding from the Vatican, who was hiding from them during the Christian and Muslim crusades, and they didn't want to let go of our ancient wisdom, our ancient enchantments, our ancient magic. So what they did was,
y'all pound that like button up and share it for me, man. If you hear, we fighting with the algorithm, man. Pound that like button up and share it so other people will know that we live.
They formed these little groups like the Illuminati, and they went and hiding with all this mystic information. Okay, so the elites, our oppressors, everything that they got, they stole from us. Okay, so that's everything. Like I say, the swastika is an ancient symbol to open up portals, but they took it and used it, and you seen Hitler use it. Okay, the rainbow is something that comes from us because it shows all the different chakras and all the different vibrations of color, and we know all color stimulates from neuromelanin. We know neuromelanin is nothing but carbon in physical form, and we know that carbon is the base on which all life forms. We know that and carbon comes from dark matter energy, all right, which is the source from which our goddesses created themselves. So you got to understand the way these orders work. That's why a lot of these orders, you have light. They use light magic. They can't tap into the dark alchemy. They can't tap into the arts. They even make you think dark is bad. But this is these orders that did this. But you got to realize, like, groups like the Illuminati, they use that name now, but the original Illuminati was a bunch of gods and goddesses who had hidden these little subdivisions to try to get away from the church, to get away from the Vatican who was attacking them. Okay, so above these orders, all right, then you have the Rockefellers, and you got the 13 families. You got the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds, and all these other Bilderberger group, the Boule, and all this other shit. But what's above them? The Pope. All right. Now, Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth sits above them. Now, what sits above Queen Elizabeth? It's only one person. That's the Pope. All right. Now, what sits above the Pope? The Vatican. The Pope and the Vatican is two different things. All right. People see the Pope and they're like, okay, the Pope runs the Vatican. No, because did you know that in the Vatican, like when they pick a Pope, like if everybody don't agree on that Pope, they'll kill him right there to put the Pope that they want in play. All right, so the Vatican, they do a lot of sacrificing in there. It's not what you think when they would select the popes. It's nothing like you think. And the pope is nothing more than like the president of the Vatican. So the Vatican represents some form of a company, all right? But you got to understand the Vatican represents a spiritual company, because this is the temple through which Satan, or Hiram Abiff, as he liked to hide through so many names and religion, all right, when he talked about Solomon's temple. But in reality, they talking about this Vatican and how Satan exudes his will, implements his will through this Vatican, and the force of the Vatican. All right, it's no coincidence the Vatican is located in Europe. Okay, it could have been located in what they call Asia. It could have been located in what they call Australia, or Africa, or South America, or North America, or Canada. Right? Why is it located in Europe? Because it's literally located not too far from the Caucasus Mountains, where they came out of. All right. So when they set up shop, they couldn't really go that far, because you got to remember the Moors, which was another group of gods and goddesses. They were black. That was teaching them everything they know when they come out the caves. All right. So the whole way the Vatican is set up, they have a phallus in the middle of the Vatican, and the shape of the Vatican. Like if you look at it at the shape of the Vatican, you can clearly see. Let me show you an aerial view. All right, of the Vatican. All right, you see a penis and you see a vagina. All right, that's the Vatican. Hold on, y'all. You on the same page? Y'all see it? See the shape of the Vatican in that center? And then what's this in the center? So you see the penis, and then you see the balls. You see the scrotum. That represents like a penis and balls, okay? From an aerial view. And then in the middle of that is what? A phallus. This is a bull's phallus, okay? So you're going to always see a bull's phallus. You're going to see the bull's phallus in Washington, D.C. too as well. You know what I'm saying? Because they worship the penis. Okay, understand that those in the Vatican worship the penis. Now, why does Vatican City worship the penis? All right, they worship the penis because they promote the Baphomet agenda. They promote homosexuality. I mean, this is nothing but the shape of some balls, literally. And then the little tall thing that's in the middle that's sticking up. Everybody right now, if y'all got laptops, pull them out. Pull up Google aerial view of the Vatican. That's what I want y'all to do. We all got phones. Work with me now. I'm always trying to show y'all shit. Y'all got to work with me now. Just like in class. The teacher tell you, flip to page 32. All y'all ass got laptops, tablets, iPads, and you got an alternate phone around the house. Right? Go to Google aerial view of the Vatican. And you'll see it's shaped like a dick and balls, okay? That's because they worship the Baphomet, and the Baphomet represents transgender, represents. If you look up the Baphomet, you're gonna see a picture of him like this, pointing up and pointing down, as above, so below. But he's gonna have breasts like a goddess, but a penis like a male. Both sexes, okay? This is what they pushing right now. But you got to understand where this come from. The Vatican is an actual machine, okay? If you think that this design like this, go look at the aerial view. It's not designed like that for no reason. And at the bottom of that hole, it opens up. So that represents the vulva of the vagina that goes to, like, of a goddess. It represents that. So they are channeling both the divine and feminine energy, but they're using light magic to do so. Okay, you can even see that the Vatican, that this phallus has a cross on the top. Okay, that's not even the original cross. So the original cross is like the Ankh, where it has the represents the penis on the bottom, the vagina on the top. All right, the connection of the divine feminine energy. That's the original cross, like the Ankh. But the cross that we know, that represents the elements: north, east, south, and west. All right. And they use that as a symbol of death when they're doing their blood sacrifices, okay? So that's why in the story of Jesus, they talk about hanging him on the cross, hanging him using the elements, you know what I'm saying? And that's what they do with us. And if you notice that, remember I told you they practicing light magic. So if you go to an aerial view of the Vatican, right, and you zoom in, okay, you see this? Y'all see this? Look at, this is the little square around this phallus. This is the bull's penis. And at the top of the phallus is a cross, okay, representing the elements. All this is esoteric information. This is nothing but them trying to channel the frequency of the sun, which they cannot do, and using this as portals to harness demonic energy. Because Satan, Zeus, Yakub, the top of that pyramid is the Vatican. And the Vatican, they only checking in with one person, and that's the reptilian race. The reptilians are the fallen angels who are shapeshifters and have shapeshifted into reptilian form. Remember I told you that. So basically on this planet, on this plane, what I'm saying is all the evil energy, negative energy, light magic that's being used is coming from the Vatican. Okay, and the next place the Vatican uses is Hollywood. That's the next most powerful place where California is at, because California is on the 33rd parallel on the ley line, which is the vein of the planet. And the third most powerful place is Atlanta, Georgia. All right, but Atlanta, Georgia is the capital of Atlantis and is in the center of the realm. But they could never try to harness all of their magic and energy on the capital of the realm, because we still got too much ancient energy here. So what they did was they dipped off into their little section of the land that they stole, where they come from originally, which is these Caucasus Mountains. And look, remember I told y'all, when they casting spells, they don't have ancestors, all right? This whole thing is nothing but a fucking altar, okay? This is nothing but an altar, y'all. And then just like you would have an Orisha or whatever ancestor you're talking to as your altar, this is an altar. And then you see all these little candles around it. You see the little square at the bottom. You can see this whole circle around it. These represents like a form of candle, okay? You see all these so-called saints. These are all Latter-day Saints that they have. So that's like little mini what? It's like having me sitting in the house with Orishas. You see what I'm saying? They have a bunch of saints right here. These are little saints. Latter-day.
Like the name Saint and Satan, that's just too close for me anyway. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all drop them names if y'all agree.
Hey, pay attention. So this whole front of the Vatican is nothing but an altar. They're using to channel energy. And remember the north, east, southwest plasma energy, the 5-point star. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. And they have a circle around it. Why is the circle there? Because remember, whenever they cast in magic, it's light magic. They don't have any ancestors. So for protection, they need a protection circle. I talked about this yesterday on Instagram. So they got the protection circle around the phallus in the center of the Vatican. A lot of people never paid attention to these signs and symbols for the conscious mind, because they are not tapped into them downloads like that to understand what the Vatican is really being used for. Now remember, if you go look at the story of Jesus Christ, who you think killed him? The church killed him. Go read his story. He was against the church. He spoke out against the Vatican. They didn't call him the Vatican back then. And if you go look at the gospel, Jesus called them, once again, the Sadducees and the Pharisees. So understand that the Vatican is a very powerful place. And when you speak out against the Vatican, they come for you. Like, because they at the top. You got to understand that that's not any presidents, not any gang leaders, not any drug kingpins. Even the Bilderbergers, Rockefellers, 13 families, all of them answer to the Vatican. And the Vatican checks in with the reptilian race. So that's why I named this lecture Vatican. The quiet one in the room is normally most powerful, because the Vatican is quiet. You never hear nothing about the Vatican. We focus on the murders. We focus on the drugs. We focusing on coronavirus. We focusing on the 13 families, the Illuminati, Bilderberger groups, Boule. We focusing on what rapper sold, they sold, what actor sold. We be focused on everybody else. Meanwhile, this little Vatican sitting off in the cut with all the power, pulling all the strings. And they're not pulling the strings from a physical sense. They're tapping into fallen angels. It's ran by fallen angels. That's who they praise to. And they use the whole realm as a magic wand to use our energy to manifest what they want to happen. Remember this, y'all. Whatever we believe, we manifest. We the ancient ones. We the ancient beings. So our oppressors who are using light magic, they don't have any power over us other than our belief in their lies.
Now, why? Because, see, it's important for us to know that we are the ancient beings. And the ancients were already spiritually connected to the planet. This is why they came along and they destroyed the crystal grid. They chopped down the trees, so on and so forth, right? And they had to change the history, is to get you to disconnect from the planet. Okay, so a part of you becoming and getting back to your God state is learning how to reconnect to the planet, because you have the same genetic makeup as it. All right, so yeah, he on point with that.
When we believe their lies, we begin to create their reality. So that's what we've been doing. And
I keep telling y'all, man, you know, for me, I feel like these people right now, look, at this time, they trying their hardest to get off the planet. They want to get out of the dome, but I truly believe or know that they don't have the genetic makeup to open that dome. It's only certain people on this plane or planet that have the genetic makeup to open up the dome, and those are the gods and goddesses that's actually connected to the planet. But they not going to tell you that, bro. They'll never tell us that, because they don't want us to know who we are. They're going to fight to the bitter end, bro, to keep us under the spell of sleep, okay? You feel me? They already got you manifesting. This is why a television in your home and a phone is in your hand, bro, so that you can manifest their reality, because they can't do it. Okay, guess what? If we got to live here, we're going to civilize their ass, and we're going to make them manifest the lifestyle that we want them to have by putting a television in every home, radios in every car, so on and so forth. You see what I'm saying? Let's get the celebrity puppets, so on and so forth. We're going to build them up and give them an image and put bank accounts, put money in their bank that ain't even really theirs. Just so they'll start chasing this, giving us their energy and manifesting the lifestyle that we want, which is the American dream. Y'all better wake up, drop them lines. You understand where I'm coming from, bro. It get real, bro. Like,
the whole time we've been believing their lies from jump, and because we are the ancient ones, they used our energy, our frequency to manifest their reality. So that's why when we say we don't want to play, it's like Squid Game. Y'all remember Squid Game? They told them it was deep. Everybody watching Squid Games right now because we waking up. It's the biggest talk of the internet. Everybody, you seen Squid Games? You see Squid Games? Me, my mom, my wife, my family, we been watching Squid Games. Haven't we, y'all? We watching it right now. You see what I'm saying? And the one thing that stood out to me, I told my wife and my mama last night, I said, look, y'all, you notice how on that first episode of Squid Games when they was trying to red light, green light episode, and they was trying to quit the game. That's the Vatican. That's exactly what the elites do. They told them, hey, you can quit the game whenever you want to. Actually, they didn't even tell them that. They act like they didn't even have an option. But it was one person in that group that knew the rules. Like it's always a few amongst us that know the real rules about this realm. The one person that knew the rules stood up and said, hold on. But also, we all quit the game, then y'all don't have no players. Is that correct? They was like, yeah, that's correct. And that's how they move in real life. It's a bunch of stuff they can't do. It's a bunch of spiritual laws they violate that they can violate because you don't know that they violated it. But once you stand up and say something, they got to be real and show it to you. They're like, yep, well, you're right. So then now they say, hey, okay, well, if y'all want to quit the game, y'all can quit the game. Right? That's just like right now. We want to quit this matrix at any moment we make it crumble. The moment we walk off their jobs, the matrix crumbles. No more economic system. The moment we start fearing their law enforcement, the law enforcement lose all their power. It's more of us than them. You get what I'm saying? So we are participating in the game. Meanwhile, any moment we can all just say, you know what, man, we quit this shit. We not doing this no more. We finna live in peace. We gonna do what we want to do. We don't care what y'all saying. It's more of us than y'all.
Now look, what he just said is the key to tearing the matrix down. I've been saying this the whole time. It's so many people that get on here, just like in this very live right now, it's people in here saying, so what do we do about it? So what do we do about it? And it tells me that they knew over here. It tells me that, right? Because I've always said that we do nothing. Y'all also amped up on what we gonna do about it. You gonna run you gonna run yourself to the enemy and right in their hands because they planning on you to run into an uproar anyway. That they know that. They've trained you to do that. They put so much money into socially engineering the society, bro, that they're 2 to 3 steps ahead of you. They know how you gonna act before you know you gonna act that way. Because they've trained you to act that way. Okay? So with that being said, like, you feel me? All you have to do is fall back and do nothing, bro, and then you're going to start to realize who your enemies are, who is actually associated to the enemy, so on and so forth. Because like I said, once you fall back, meaning you don't go to work, if you're a landlord, don't collect no money. You see what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody going to be dealing with money no more. It's non-existent, just like they finna get ready to do when Fed now kick in. You see what I'm saying? So the first thing that's going to happen is the agents, they going to come out, man, okay, guess what? We'll give you better pay. We'll give you more money. We'll give you a bigger house. We'll give you this and that to try to sway you back in gently, right? And after that, once they see you ain't going, they're going to use force, bro, because that's the way that they use it. And through it all, you're going to be able to identify just a little bit closer, you know, to who the enemy really is. And that's the point. You feel me? That's the point.
Right. But then what they do, they dangle money in front of you. See what I'm saying? And you be like, it's like Squid Games. You're like, damn, okay, well, we can all quit. But damn, what if I win that money in that bowl up there? You're not thinking like in the red light, green light game, you just seen a bunch of people get killed. Everybody was scared. Now they dangle and everybody want to quit. Everybody was begging there, find a different way to pay the debt back. But as soon as, goddamn it, they dangle money in front of you, now you willing to risk your life again. You just want to quit the game. And that's how they get us to keep playing the game, because motherfuckers can't come together and just like, look, man, fuck this. We done with this game of you lying to us, abusing our people, making us go to work and draining us of energy. You know what I'm saying? Taking precious moments from us that we could be spending with our families, spending with ourselves. We quit. Especially if y'all can take our jobs at any given time, we quit, we falling back. Nigga, you think they gonna come around and put everybody out? That's a game. That's a game. Nigga, now if we all quit the job force, they gonna try to be like, what can we do to help y'all? It's no more, they can't make no money. And they ain't got enough law enforcement or manpower to put every motherfucker out on the planet. Do you really believe they can do that? No, they can't. They do that with our participation, just like the police. They come deep with 1 million people, with 1 million guns and vests, and you be fearing them. You can say, fuck them guns and the vests. We get 1 million deep. And we don't fear y'all no more. We not listening to y'all no more. How about we don't let y'all put no handcuffs on us? Then your game ends. Because guess what? When the police get off work at 9 o'clock, 5 o'clock, the game ends anyway for them too. Now they regular civilians again. Trying to blend in amongst us. Now don't blend in amongst us, motherfucker. You would have gave a nigga a ticket 2 hours ago. Now you want to walk around Walmart act like we cool. You speaking this shit. See what I'm saying? It's all a game. The banking system, all that's a game. We ain't got to go in the grocery store to buy no food from them. What if we never went shopping in their grocery stores ever again? What if we said, fuck that, nigga? We finna go to the woods, nigga. We finna go out here in nature, nigga, and build our own farms, nigga. We don't need to even ask y'all how to do it because we the ancient ones. We just gonna go out there and do it.
And see, my thing is, it's so many people that don't even realize how much control you've given them. Through just going, look, you don't even understand how much control they have over you just by you walking in the grocery store every day and getting food from out of the grocery store. Drop the nads, bro, if you understand, bro. Bro, that's a major stronghold over you because you have lost your independency. You no longer know how to make the ground yield food in order to feed you. So if the grocery store shuts down right now, you running around like a chicken with your head cut off, lost. Because you know how to do none of these things, bro. You see what I'm saying? All along, you A-okay with it because this is just life. Right now, they talking about 3 days of darkness. You hear what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even understand, bro. I keep telling y'all, they know what's finna get ready to go on. They know this planet is coming. The closer it becomes to our atmosphere, bro, the more we're gonna have what's called as what is called known as I think it's what coronal burst on our sun. Okay, and it's taking place right now. There's pictures floating around of this right now, bro. You feel me? And they know that these coronal bursts is what's going to cause the electromagnetic pulses from these coronal bursts is going to cause the grid to be everything on the grid to shut down. It's going to cause the electromagnetic field of the grid to shut down. That's why it's going to be dark. Y'all understand that? That's why it's not going to be because of what they trying to make y'all think it is. They know what's going on already. They just don't want to tell you. And that's why they preparing for it. They trying their hardest to get out of here, bro. And they know that the only way they can open that dome is through you, but they ain't going to tell you. They not going to tell you, bro. Because it's just that crazy, bro.
We ain't got to ask y'all. We'll ask the planet, and the planet will remind us what to do. You see? So Squid Games is real fucking deep because that's what the Vatican does. They lay out all the chips. They the ones controlling. They the power pushers. They at the top of everybody, even over the 13 families. Because they are ran directly by the fallen gods. See what I'm saying? All this power. And ain't nobody paying no attention. You just think it's just the Pope over there. You have not a clue. Even the Pope himself. Who has a bigger voice than him? Queen Elizabeth, all they ass be claiming Catholic. So who they go confess their sins to? The Father. Who is the Father in Catholic religion? The Pope. See, and the Pope ain't shit but a face card. Do you think the real people that own Vatican City, you ever seen them? No, you have not. They are not even from this planet. Vatican. Quiet one in the room is the only most powerful.
Like, bro, you got to understand, bro, the people that have the most money in the world is not on the Forbes list. Okay? You don't know them, bro. They not out here, bro, in the spotlight every day. They sitting back somewhere chilling, bro, enjoying look, they living off the land, bro, the same way that you should be. You don't know who they is, bro. Why they got the puppets working for them? You have to go, look, bro, I always tell people refer to the 48 laws of power if you want to know how it is that they play. They get the other people to do the work for them. Okay? That way, you know, they the face of it. So if anything happens, they're also used as a scapegoat as well. It's a game. You see what I'm saying? These are the ones that don't pay electricity, don't pay rent, own a gang of land. You see what I'm saying? And they sitting back just watching the show. It's crazy, bro.
This is the fact. You see, the Vatican, if Jesus ever existed, they killed them. Because he was against the church. All churches got to check in. All religion got to check in with the Vatican. Baptist, Catholic, Buddhist, yep. Even Islam. Ooh, did he say Islam? Yes.
Now I want you to understand. See, the reason we see so many people pass away in the year 2020 is because, notice, I want you guys to take a time and just listen to what I'm going to say and drop them nads if you agree with what I'm saying. We have never seen as many people pass away like we have seen those people pass away in the year 2020. Drop them nads if some of the people that you never would have thought passed away in the year 2020. Okay? And you have to understand, since then we have seen an upscale in heart attacks, asthma attacks, seizures, diabetes, so on and so forth, y'all. Okay? Because 2020 was the year of the 2020 vision. They set goals for themselves. Just like they had the year 2025 vision. They had the year now they have the year 2030 vision. Okay? They're setting goals for themselves, y'all. And they already knew in the year 2020 that the whole situation that we seen took place, and they already know what it is because what's understood need not be explained. The whole situation that took place, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it was from 2020 to 2022, bro. They already knew it was going to take place. You see what I'm saying? They already knew it. Jennifer Phillips say people are still sick. It's crazy, bro. And because look, it's right now. Excuse me, as I was saying yesterday, bro, it's starting to ring back around, y'all. It's starting to circle the block again. Right, 2020 brought vision. You see what I'm saying? So they was bringing their vision into plan. You were going to start to see it the year 2020. What you did, you started to see people what? You feel me? Fall into the folly, bro. Because I want you to understand every other, so-called, situation, that big issue that where they wanted to shut everything down. Every other situation that took place like that, bro, the same tactics was being used. The food in the store was being used, but you didn't see it. You see what I'm saying? The water was being used, but you didn't see it. The lotion was being used. The hair products was being used, so on and so forth, but you did not see it. But it's an energy on the planet right now that is not allowing this to go over everybody's head, man. Right now, there's no way that you can see it. Can't see it. Okay?
Scientology. All of them answer to the Vatican. The Vatican fund all that shit. So you telling me the Catholic Church, which is ran by the Vatican, so you can say most of the Vatican is Catholic. So they own Islam? Yes, they created that too.
You most definitely hit it on the head, Matthew.
Islam is our
Matthew, excuse me, hit it on the head. He said also to test to see what we do. That's big facts, bro. They was testing it out. They was like, okay, now we already know through social engineering and through basically through what is it when you watch through subliminal programming, basically. Through subliminal program by showing you things on the television. Okay? See, through things like The Walking Dead, so on and so forth, they showed you how you should act in case of an emergency or a so-called state of an emergency, right? They showed you how to act. You should run to the store, get water, get food, okay? Because all of these things are going to save you. Run to the store, get water, get food. So the first time anything major happens, that's the first thing society do. They run to the store, they get water, and they get food. Okay? And if something happens from that point on, they run to the hospital because the hospital is the only thing that's going to save them, man. Y'all understand where I'm coming from? Drop them nines. You see what I'm saying? It's all predictive programming. We're programming you through the television shows so that way we know we can predict you when certain events take place. So what they did was when you seen that in 2020 to 2022, they were seeing how well you were predictively programmed. And if I should say so myself, bro, they did a great job. Social engineering. Yeah, see, Michael, you say social engineering. You have to understand they socially engineered you already. Even right now, we're being socially engineered through the televisions, through the phones. You see what I'm saying? Because all of these devices are listening to us through the watches, so on and so forth. Okay? That's how they're able to promote to you. You know, your phone is smart because of the information that you feed it, not because it has that knowledge already. Your phone is going to talk about those shoes that you were just talking about to your son that he wanted. You see what I'm saying? It's going to pop up in your phone because it's listening to you. Like,
esoteric teachings like we're doing now. And Islam is an acronym for I, self, Lord, and Master. That's real Islam. Not this watered down shit the Vatican put out there to make you think that Allah, arm, leg, arm, head, or Islam, I, self, Lord, and Master is outside of you as well. Because in Islam, they teach the Muslims that Allah is up in a paradise outside of them as well. Okay? So you got to understand that the Vatican is actually used to cast spells. That's why I showed y'all them symbols. And I want y'all to go look at it from an aerial view. You're going to see it clear as day what they use it for. It's a fact. All your big celebrities, when they do go to the cloning center and shit like that, the main cloning center is right up under the Vatican. All our books, all our spells, all our enchantments, they got it in the Vatican. Every university we had that they tore down.
Hey, Jennifer Phillips said, yes, our phones learn our slang and everything. Hell, our fingerprints to open some of your face. That's facts. Do you think for a second that these phones are smart enough to recognize your face, to open up your screen, yet and still that same technology that's being gained through that phone is not being sent to the FBI, the CIA, and all these other law enforcement agencies out here, bro? It's just like when you go to the hospital. Do you think that they're just taking your blood and looking into it to see what's wrong with your body, and they're doing nothing else with that DNA that they received through the blood? You don't think they're going out and experimenting with that DNA? You feel me? Like, let's be for real. Look, ain't no way. I don't care who you are, bro. The smartest thing that they ever did was come out with the cell phone. They killed two birds with one stone, okay? They get your fingerprints. They get your face. They get all of your information because some of y'all are so stupid. Y'all put y'all real information inside of these phones, bro. So they got you. Some of y'all like, I don't have fingerprints. They don't have my face. I've never been to jail. How? Don't you unlock your phone every day with your face? Do you put your fingerprint in the phone? Some of y'all even added y'all kids' fingerprints to the phone. You see what I'm saying, bro? There is nothing that these people do not have on you already. They became smart. See, they've trained you to believe that everything that they get from you is used to help you. But in all actuality, bro, it's being used against you to study you more and more on a day-to-day basis to see how you evolve and, you know, what's new with your genetic makeup, so on and so forth. You see what I'm saying? What type of blood type you have. You feel me? Bro, it's real.
Under the Vatican. All our major artifacts under the Vatican. All of it. It was they who created this idea to enslave us with religion. None of the prophets can you have a headstone. You can't find one prophet in the Bible they spoke about headstone. If they walk the planet, why you can't find them? If they ever came, why is there no proof other than what was written in the book? And if you look at the Vatican and you read about the Vatican, Constantine himself, you know, was the one that sat there. Constantine himself was the one that sat there that came up with the whole idea of Jesus. Go research it. Everybody in the university, go research it. Constantine. It was his idea to separate him and Plato, who was also part of the Vatican. It was their idea to separate man from God, or God from body. It's called Neoplatonic thought. Before that, it was never no idea out there that God was separate from who you are. It was never no idea of a God in the sky. That all came from Neoplatonic thought, from Plato. Keyword neo. What does neo stand for? Neocortex, which is not that far from your pineal gland, which is also part of many other glands you have, like your cerebellum. These are all parts of you. See? Right? So, your neocortex. See? Alright, so you got to understand how deep it get. Alright, Constantine talked about how much money this whole idea of Jesus would make them. This all come out the Vatican. You got to know that. Okay? It says here that The Vatican's history as the seat of the Catholic Church began with the construction of Basilica over St. Peter's grave in Rome in the 4th century AD. Lies, because we know they went back and wrote themselves in our history books. They ain't been here no 6,000 years. Time isn't real. See? But when they landed, they got all our enchantments, they got all our ancient history, all our ancient spells and magic, and they went back and wrote themselves in our history books. They went back in time, because it doesn't exist. Okay? But what I want to point out is, all your Catholic cathedrals, even the whole damn grand design of the Vatican was built by us, the Moors. They designed all of Europe. Even the term Europe comes from our ancestors, which means Europe. You are not to cross this boundary, which is why when they came out the Caucasus Mountains, we left them over in the driest part of the land. Right? That's why we even named it Europe. This is Europe. You're not supposed to come off this land. Y'all stay right here because y'all are Neanderthals. And when y'all came amongst us, we tried to help y'all, and y'all was causing too much confusion. So we left them in that little dead part of the land where the sun don't really shine like that. They showed it to you in Simba, metaphorically. Hey, Dad, remember Simba asked Dad, hey, Dad, what's that dark side? What's that dark spot? See what I'm saying? The Lion King, what's that dark spot? He say, Simba, everything is yours. Everything the light touches. But not that little dark spot. Don't even go over there. He didn't tell him it wasn't his. He just told him don't go over there. Because he knew it was people inhibiting that dark spot that didn't need to be there. That's why it was the dark spot. And that was the hyenas. Europe represents that dark spot on our land. Still our land, but it's the dark spot. Nothing really grows right there. That's why we gave them that little part. And we left them there. They could never leave it. The whole story of...
But see, the thing is, when you go through Europe, you have never been through Europe. They don't show you the streets of Europe, bro. All of the statues of these blackamoors and things like that they still left up. So the history is still there. It's just that we ain't traveling, and that's something that they don't want you to see. You see what I'm saying? So, because you have to understand, it was a time where the planet was nothing but black, or so-called black. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, we walked around. We left the promised land, and we left the pharaohs and escaped Egypt, and then we was walking around the promised land for 40 years trying to find it. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't get back across the desert. That's really about they ass being stuck in Europe. Because our ancestors, when we did try to let them live amongst us and try to reverse engineer the genetics, which we did a lot. We helped a lot. They was in Neanderthal form. We got them to where they are now. And Zeus, Yakub, Satan did that. He put them like that. He was the mad scientist that made them like that. We helped them stand upright though. When they came back around us and they came here with the Pleiadians, we helped them stand upright. When they came out them caves in the Caucasus Mountains, it was us in there teaching them agriculture, enchantments, the study of the stars, how to separate your horses from not, they were sleeping with their horses. That's why chicken pox and measles and all these diseases, they were sleeping with their animals. You see, it was us that taught them the difference. So you got to understand what the Vatican, that whole land represents. It's ancient land. You know what I'm saying? It's ancient land. And before it was the Vatican and Europe and all that, it was still just our land. That's why you can look in Europe's history. I want to recommend a book to y'all. Go read Black People Invented Everything by Dr. Supreme Understanding. He does a good take on that. If you go look into his book, all right, I got a chance to look at his book when I was in jail. But he I never tell y'all to just come to me for information. I tell y'all to go to other individuals and go to yourself. So I'm never not shy to give anybody credit. Like I say, shout out to Dr. Supreme Understanding. He got a book called Black People Invented Everything. And he dives more into that. Just like right here it says, the Catholic Church began with the construction of Basilica over St. Peter's grave. So the Basilica is what I showed y'all, that long spiral tall thing, and they saying that's St. Peter's grave. First off, St. Peter was a goddamn homosexual. He was a murderer. He was a rapist, and he had slaves. He was a colonizer, okay? Let's know who he was first. Second off, all right, I told you they are infatuated with penises. So that what they're calling a basilica is actually a phallus. A phallus is another word for a bull penis. And that's the same phallus they got in Washington, D.C. The Washington Monument, that tall, long, skinny statue, that's the shape of a bull's penis. If you go look at a bull and look at his penis, it's the exact shape because they worship the bull. All right, they worship the Baphomet. So you got to understand the signs and symbols they use. And a lot of these signs and symbols anciently was ours anyway, but they took them and flipped them and inverted everything, because remember, Satan is against nature. Satan is against us. So everything we did, you just retook it and flipped it and inverted it. So really left is right and right is really left. Up is down and down is up. North is south, south is north, east is west, west is east. That's exactly what he did. See? Because he's the author of confusion. So this word basilica is nothing but another word for a phallus. All right? They are infatuated with the bull. Okay? They're going to always give worship to the bull because they try to connect it with the Baphomet, just like they do with the goat. Okay? These are just symbols that they stole from us. They took from us to pervert. Just like the Illuminati. Like everything comes from us. You see what I'm saying? So once you can understand that, you can understand what they doing. You see? You can understand what the Vatican really is. That's where the focus needs to be. Like, hold on, everything that's going on is coming from them, but you ain't heard shit about them. They so quiet.
All of the hidden history, everything that they need. I heard, I don't know how true it is, but they said the Vatican has like an underground library that's about like, I want to say about 127 miles long. Imagine the information down there that they took, the information that they stole, bro. All of these sciences that was originally ours that they had, bro, that they're tapping into or they're trying to tap into, right? That's right down there inside of those libraries, bro. We talking about 127 miles. Bro, that is a long way. Like I said, I don't know how true it is, but, bro, it get crazy, bro. Like, you don't know who you is, bro, but I guarantee you they do. They know. I'm talking about since the gods were along in their creation to the point where they were able to begin to write things down and keep an account of their history, bro. That is exactly what they did, okay? Why is it that we don't know it? Why? They know exactly who you are, bro. You have to understand, bro. I don't care if they can keep that information down there in their library another 6,000 years. You hear what I'm saying? It don't matter. The energy on the planet right now is pushing us to the point of finding out who we are. It don't matter. So anything that they trying to do to stop us from tapping back into that energy, bro, will never work. It'll never work. Because what's meant to be is going to be, right? Y'all drop them nines, man.
Everything about the Vatican. But that's how it is. The most powerful people are always the most quietest. That's why we call this Vatican. Most powerful, always most quiet one. Normally the most powerful person in the room. You never hear none of the CNN on focus on the Vatican tonight. And think about when these priests, how long have Catholic priests been getting caught raping 200, 300, 400 boys? This ain't new. These stories been coming out since I was a little kid. Nothing ever happened to them niggas. They have 30 accusations they done raped all the little boys in the church, and them niggas still be right there, goddamn it, past Catholic priest. Motherfuckers still go in the communion and confess their sins to somebody that's raping their son. See what I'm saying? Even the whole way they music sound. You ever heard their music? That shit evil. Ain't no soul in there. You ever seen when they come out? That ain't devil worship for your ass. I don't know what is. Look at the gowns they wear. Look at the way they the candles they hold. Look at the way they move. Look at these people are blood drinkers. These people really eating your kids. You see? Because they body jumpers. The people at the top, I told you, they've been here since they got here. They just jump body to body. That's what conscious transfer was about.
And that's why I was just going to say, conscious transformation. Look at what they trying to do right now. These are the same ones that's afraid to leave. They don't want to transition, bro. But a lot of the bodies that they're holding up, bro, can't take it no more. They're getting weak. They can't hold that. You feel me? They don't have the energy that they need because the planet, the frequency is rising to be able to keep that illusion held over you anymore. Okay? So now they're trying to be able to throw their conscience inside of these AI robots, so on and so forth. You feel what I'm saying? Because they don't want to transition, bro. They already know what awaits them on the other side. Like, it's crazy.
Understand the Vatican plays a huge role in that. All right? Notice, what do they do for the Pope? The Papal what? What is it called? The Pope is called the Papal Bull, right? But they get a Pope. Let's look it up. Y'all can look with me. Y'all got laptops.
Y'all do me a favor, pound that like button up and share it if you're still here.
Let's look over what they say about it. What is the papal bull? A papal bull is a type of public decree, letters, patent, or charter issued by a pope of the Catholic Church. It is named after the leading seal bull that was traditionally appended that was appended to the end in order to authenticate it. So, papal bull. Now, why do they use the term bull though? Didn't I tell you they in love? Didn't I tell you that the bull is one of their symbols? Alright? The bull is one of their symbols. Not just the goat. The bull horns. The bull. Alright? So, understand that these people are infatuated with homosexuality. So you're going to see that basilica or bull phallus in the Vatican. You're going to see the same one in Washington, D.C. too. But they call it the Washington Monument. I don't care what they call it. It's a bull dick. You get what I'm saying? And you got to understand the people at the top, they are infatuated with homosexuality because they are against nature. They can't stand goddess. They don't like women. They let you know that in their damn Bible. When they wrote the Bible starts off saying, fuck the women. It says, Eve bit the apple was her fault, the whole world fucked up. That's basically what they saying. So right away, they dethroned the woman from her divine feminine energy in their book, at least. See? We never did that. We never had religion. And in our ancient ways, the goddess was always held the highest. I told y'all, go look at the ancient African tribes, the warrior tribes, and that was us after the fall still. But notice how you couldn't be a warrior unless a high priestess of that tribe said so. She elected the warriors. You couldn't go to battle unless she said so. And you couldn't become a warrior chief without her permission. You know, we always had to get that back to the goddess. So you got to understand everything was flipped and inverted and who did it and why. And Constantine is a big player in that because the original Constantine was one of the first ones to step into Vatican City. All right. Now let's look up Nero. Let's learn. A lot of y'all don't know about Nero. All right, Nero. All right, let's talk about Nero real quick. Nero Claudius Caesar Augustus Germanicus. All right. Originally named after Lucius Domitius, was the 5th emperor of Rome and the last of Julio Claudian dynasty line of emperors. All right, check this out. He's very known for being one of the most aggressive, flamboyant, and colorful personality. Nero was the center of several public and private scandals, some of which continue to live in public imagination even to this day. All right, so Nero, they try to say that he killed a lot of Christians and stuff like that. But go look up Nero, Nero, and see the type of emperor he was. Now, even when they using words like emperor and empress, they got all that shit from us. That come from the royal cosmic courts. The whole way they dress, kings and queens, and they got all that from us.
I told y'all the whole way that they dress, everything that they got came from the system that Nibiru brought over. Okay? And the reason we know it was the system that Nibiru brought over because Nibiru and Anunnaki was connected to the Sumerians. Okay? And when we talk about the system of, even when we talk about how the court system is set up, everything that they do from their writing, their farming, the way they filter their water, they build their city, so on and so forth. Even to this day, it all started in Sumeria. Okay? So, yeah.
All right. But Nero was one of the most infamous emperors of all time. Right? Because he killed a lot of his own, right? He was trying to eradicate Christianity. He was trying to eradicate certain things once he found out what was going on. Because remember, you always had white people that was good and white people that was bad. Nero was one of those that was good. He fought against the church hard from within. And he damn near took it over and stopped the agenda. So that's why they talk about him like that. But they don't give him no little clout. They be like, he one of their worst ones, but he the most infamous. But if you remove the R from Nero, you get Neo. Just like from the Matrix. Why was it? Why? Because he challenged the system. And why anytime somebody challenges the system, they call him Neo. Anytime somebody challenges the system and beat the system, that's Neo. So notice he was Nero. And then in the movie Matrix, Neo what? Challenged the system and beat the system. But why Neo? Because Neo stands for neocortex. And in order to challenge this light code lockdown or to challenge this agenda, you have to go into your neocortex. Your neocortex is your cognitive reasoning, which makes you think outside the box, which makes you free think, which makes you challenge the status quo. To do that, you have to tap into a certain creativity in your brain. That's your neocortex. You still with me, babe? That's your neocortex. All right. So it get real deep, but with the Vatican, they got all our artifacts, all our evidence of these truths that we speak about. They got it. They got it. They got it right up under the Vatican. Libraries upon libraries upon libraries of us. All the information they ever found about us, all the stuff they ever stole from us under the Vatican. That's why it must be destroyed, which it will be. Because it's an energetic source for life.
What I just say is under the Vatican, right? Everything is under the Vatican.
Magic is their most powerful temple of light magic that Satan ever built on this realm. Vatican. But it will be destroyed. But class has been great. I'll see y'all tomorrow for class tomorrow. Let that marinate on y'all souls and research that. Remember that. Vatican. Very quiet, but the most powerful thing on the planet. They do a lot of lynchings and torture in the Vatican. Everything you see on Hostel, Saw, they do that in the Vatican. You got a bunch of rich people like Squid Games to come together and kidnap people and put them in halls and rooms and do things that you wouldn't even think of doing to a person in that Vatican. You see what I'm saying? Vatican City, the whole city itself. See what I'm saying? The whole city itself is an underground base. Has an underground base under the city, which leads them back to planet Nern. They got programs called CERN, which they use to blow wormholes through the atmosphere. They got all that under Vatican City. All right. Well, peace to the gods and goddesses of the planet Kai. Now we rise. One. See y'all tomorrow.
Let me tell y'all this, man. The first thing that we must do, man, is remember who we are. Let me say that again. The first thing that we must do is remember who we are, okay? That way, we could begin to step into our power, and we could, begin to raise the state of conscience as a collective whole. You see what I'm saying? Because once you remember who you are, bro, you're going to have more pride in yourself. You're going to know what you're capable of. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's so important that you do that. Okay? See, a lot of people, y'all run around, y'all thinking like, it's so many people woke. No, it's not, bro. Okay? It's just the majority of us are starting to huddle inside of these groups. The same people that's over here watching my videos is watching Ikea Awakenings videos. Okay? They're watching Rashad Jamal videos. They're watching, the Real Kia videos. You feel what I'm saying? And an assortment of other people. Chief White Knight videos. They're watching, so it seems like there's a lot of us that is on this frequency, but the fact of the matter is that it's not. It's not. It's a lot of people that come in the lab, bro, and they doubt the information. They don't believe it. And I keep telling you, bro, that when we talk about the word believe, it's the glue that holds the spell together. So if you don't believe it, then it's not. In your reality, at least. You see what I'm saying? Like, man, wake up, y'all. It's bigger than what y'all think it is. This is what I want y'all to understand, bro. Don't nobody ever stop and think that about the whole narrative, the good versus evil, bro. It's shown to us in every aspect of life, bro. God and devil, good and evil. When you play a game, good and evil, bro. That law of polarity is always there. Why? Why, bro? You feel me? It's bigger than what you think it is, bro. Something is it's playing. Look, they know it's been playing out, so they put it in the movies. The concept of good and evil. You see what I'm saying? They put it in the games. They know it's finna get ready to play out. They know it's a war that's about to get ready to take place. As I told y'all already, the first war took place between Tarnush. That was the first war in the heaven when they was expelled from the heaven to the to basically to one of the moons on Saturn when he created those group of people. Now it's the second war that's finna get ready to brew. That's going to be between Hillel. What's happening in the spiritual is manifesting in the physical, man. And y'all need to wake up and see it. It's no coincidence, bro, that we're on the brink of a world war, that the planet is flooding, that we're seeing all of these calamities take place on the plane of planet. It's no coincidence. All right. And with that being said, y'all do me a favor. Like this up and share it, man. And don't forget to go over to YouTube. Follow me on YouTube, man, if you're not already. And get over there, man, and hit that subscription bell. And the post notification icon. Don't forget to select all, because when I go live, you're not going to want to miss it. You're not going to want to miss. And I want to say thanks to everybody that decided to join the live today, man. I really appreciate the energy that y'all brought, man. And I just want to leave y'all as I came. I want you guys to always be aware, because to be aware is to be alive. And as always, peace, family. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation. Ashe.